Coming up on Good Morning Longhorns, Attorney General Pam Bondi was fired last week. What we know.
NASA launched Artemis II with a team of 4 astronauts. More on their mission and the recent lunar flyby.
The Texas women's basketball team is officially out of March Madness. We're talking all things UT sports.
April is Earth Month, so we're joined with the VP of the Bevo Beekeeping Society to talk about their mission.
And finally, like we said, April's Earth Month, so we're going to go over some easy and effective ways to keep our planet safe. All this and more coming up right here, right now on Good Morning Longhorns. Good morning, Longhorns. For this Wednesday, April 8th, I'm Shreya Vaidhyanathan.
And I'm Gabby Comer. Thanks for joining us this morning. How are you doing this week, Shreya?
I'm pretty good. I'm kind of nervous about finals coming up in 2 weeks, but we're making it through.
Yeah, me too. It's so busy. Oh, just got to make it through the last few weeks before summer.
It's uphill, but we're going to get through it. We'll get right into it this morning. Last Thursday, President Trump announced via social media that Attorney General Pam Bondi had been fired and replaced with Todd Blanche. Bondi is the second member of Trump's cabinet to be fired following Kristi Noem's departure last month. Bondi's replacement does not come as a surprise, as she has been struggling to satisfy Trump's request to pursue Justice Department investigations into specific individuals. In addition, due to her failure to prevent the release of the Epstein files, the Justice Department ethics have been questioned, leaving the department vulnerable. Her replacement, Attorney General Blanche, was formerly Trump's personal lawyer and represented him in multiple criminal cases. As a former federal prosecutor in a southern New York district, Blanche has shut down some of the president's efforts to reopen criminal cases while also, quote, enabling the wholesale politicization of the Justice Department and losing the trust of many federal judges, end quote.
Last night, Trump announced a 2-week ceasefire with Iran. This comes after President Trump took to Truth Social over Easter, pressuring Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz. Trump said in a post Tuesday morning that Iran would be, quote, living in hell, end quote, if the strait didn't open yesterday. Now, after a suggestion from the Pakistani officials, Trump took to social media again to announce the ceasefire, which includes Iran opening the Strait of Hormuz temporarily. The Strait of Hormuz is a critical channel for maritime shipping. Around 20% of the world's oil and liquefied natural gases pass through it. The ceasefire also gives time for both countries to reach a long-term solution to end the war.
Donald Trump is also asking for $152 million to go towards reopening the Alcatraz prison, included in his fiscal budget for the upcoming year. In the budget request, Trump says he's seeking the money for Alcatraz to, quote, become a state-of-the-art secure prison facility, end quote. This plan is being met with criticism from California politicians due to Alcatraz being 3 times more expensive to operate than any U.S. federal prison and a current tourist landmark. Trump's plan will continue to be a developing story.
This past Wednesday, NASA launched Artemis II from the Kennedy Space Center near Cape Canaveral, Florida. It was the start of a 10-day journey, sending astronauts Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen to orbit around the moon and back. The purpose of the mission is to put the spacecraft through a series of planned tests where they will evaluate its life support, navigation systems, power, and overall performance in deep space. The crew is also charged with assessing habitability along with the lunar surface observation to inform science operations on future moon missions. The crew is expected to travel nearly 700,000 miles from launch until its final splashdown off the coast of San Diego this Friday. Until then, real-time coverage is available throughout the mission on NASA's YouTube channel. Back in Austin, last week, a video from a neighboring Barton Oak's front door camera showed a man setting a house on fire before shooting himself. APD said the man, whose name has not yet been released, is responsible for starting another fire earlier that day in Travis County. The suspect is a 60-year-old male who has gone through surgery and is currently in critical condition.
This past week, a self-driving car was seen running over and killing a duck in the Mueller area in Austin. The Austin resident who witnessed the situation was saying that the self-driving cars involved in the accident. According to the witness, the vehicle never slowed down after hitting the duck and kept driving. This event has raised safety concerns among residents, leading to conversations about petitions to ensure that this does not happen again.
Texas's new THC regulations went into effect on March 31st. They have banned the sale of smokable hemp and some extracts. Following Greg Abbott's executive order to crack down on hemp usage, retailers will also experience higher licensing fees annually, which will limit the market but won't stop people from smoking. Instead, it will direct their business to the black market, as stated by the Texas Hemp Business Council on X.
Earlier this year, the Trump administration announced its plans to build a 150-mile-long border wall in Big Bend National Park. Many Americans opposed this plan and protested, including a protest that took place over this weekend at the Texas State Capitol. Now, there is a possibility that the wall may not be constructed. The Trump administration has not made an official statement yet. However, a map on the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol website no longer shows the wall, according to KXAN. It is rumored that the agency may develop a virtual wall that alerts Border Patrol when someone crosses over rather than a physical barrier.
In Burnett County, Texas, a very rare version of our state flower was found at Inks Lake. 2 rangers discovered the albino bluebonnets. The flower appeared to be in a white color rather than the typical light and dark blue colors. This is believed to be as a result of a recessive gene carried out by both parent plants. April is peak bluebonnet season, but they can be impacted by rain and varying temperatures. However, they can be found sprouting across Texas fields now, so be sure to keep a lookout.
And last week, faculty learned through email at UT that the consolidation of the 7 departments in the College of Liberal Arts into 2 new departments will actually begin this fall. When the consolidation was originally announced in February, faculty members said they were given an end timeline of about September 2027. A COLA professor told KUT that this quickened timeline could be bad for the quality of education. As a reminder, the 2 new departments are called the Department of Social and Cultural Analysis and the Department of European and Eurasian Studies.
John Moretti, a University of Texas researcher, recently discovered new fossils at a site in an underwater cave. These discoveries include a fossil from a giant tortoise and a pompiter, which is a large prehistoric ancestor of an armadillo. He also found pieces of a saber-toothed cats, camels, and a giant ground sloth. To recover the fossils, Moretti snorkeled to the bottom of the underground stream. They are believed to be from the last ice age, which was 100,000 years ago. The findings, if confirmed, can be from this era, could help researchers learn more about a lesser-known time on Earth.
Just recently, UT senior Krithik Vishwanath was announced as 2026 Churchill Scholar. Vishwanath is the first UT student to win the award in 36 years, receiving the honor for his research in computational medicine models. His research specifically focuses on cancer treatments at the Center for Computational Oncology. The scholarship provides funding for a year of master's study at Churchill College in the University of Cambridge and is only awarded to 18 students across the nation. At Cambridge next year, Vishwanath says he hopes to further develop artificial intelligence in the medical field, specifically enhancing hospital logistics and efficiency. And thanks to a massive high demand from students, the Moody College is officially making a radio, television, film, and advertising minors officially in fall 2026. All students across campus will get the opportunity to dive into the world of professional skill development in digital production, creative strategy, and the film and media industry. The Stan's Richard School aims to bring advertising curriculum to more students, exploring how media shapes the world. And the RTF minor offers insight into the history, production, and cultural context of media, ranging from modern cinema to gaming.
Every year, the London-based Institute for Quality of Life ranks about 200 cities for the Happy City Index. This year, Austin just made the cutoff at 209. Other U.S. cities that were in the list were San Francisco at 45 and Dallas at 248. The index is based on factors like quality of life, the economy, and health and sustainability. Clearly, the analysts over at the Institute for Quality of Life understood the bliss of Barton Springs and a Zed's Run After. And the 98th ABC Kite Festival will take place this weekend in Zilker Park. The annual festival includes a kite flying competition and a variety of vendors as its mini market, which features small, female-owned businesses. The Mossfest Children's Concert is also a highlight, featuring performances from the Barton Hills Choir and other local artists. Festival goers can also bring their furry friends to play in the Pet Zone. The event is set for Saturday, April 11th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and is free to the public.
UT hosted the 98th annual Clyde Littlefield Texas Relays last week. The meet is one of the largest in the country, featuring around 7,000 athletes. It draws participants from various levels, including high school and collegiate, as well as professional. The event is a great opportunity for young athletes to learn from professionals as they pursue their sports. Highlights from this weekend included a win in the 100-meter hurdles from Olympic gold medalist Masai Roussel and a victory from UT in the women's 4x400 relay.
Coming up, April showers are staying strong this week. Your local forecast is next.
Welcome back. Spring is in full effect, and we're definitely seeing those April showers come before some May flowers.
Here to tell us more in the Weather Center is Leah Huang. Good morning, Leah.
Good morning, everyone. This week, have your raincoats and umbrellas handy because it is going to be a week of wet weather. There will still be some heat that will make it feel like spring, as all week long, the highs will mostly stay in the mid to upper 70s. But today is actually the only sunny day we will have this week, with a high of 78 degrees and a low of 53. Every other day is set to be rainy or cloudy. Tomorrow will also be warm out with a high of 81 degrees, but there's a 40% chance of rain, marking the start of a slippery week ahead. Through the weekend, those chances jump to 85 or even 90%, so you may want to shift all your weekend plans indoors. That is all from the Weather Center. For the last time on weather, I'm Leah Wong.
Over the weekend, the number 1 seeded Texas women's basketball team lost to fellow number one seed UCLA 51-44. It was a hard-fought game, but due to a lower shooting average than normal and other struggles on offense, the Horns couldn't punch their ticket to the national championship. Madison Booker struggled to make her usual mid-range shoots, making only 3 out of 23, which contributed to the offensive struggles. After beating the Horns, the Bruins went on to beat South Carolina and claim the national championship. Despite this heartbreaking end, the Longhorns had a very successful season. And for the first time ever, the Longhorns have 35 wins in back-to-back seasons.
In positive news, number 2 Texas men's baseball beat the University of Incarnate Word last night 16-4. It was such a dominant performance that the game was called at the 7th inning due to the 10-run mercy rule. The Longhorns also played South Carolina this weekend in an away series, beating the Cocks 2-1. The Gamecocks got the best of the Horns in the first game, beating them 9-1, but the Horns came back to beat them on Saturday 5-3 and 4-1 on Sunday, winning the series. The Horns will head to College Station for the annual Lone Star Showdown this weekend. Number 1 Texas softball lost their 3-game series against number 4 Alabama over the weekend in Tuscaloosa. The Horns won their first game on Friday 9-1, but the Tide dominated the next 2 games, winning on Saturday 4-11 and on Sunday 4-7. These 2 losses against Alabama bring the Horns' overall record to 32-4. Next, they will play in the Red River rivalry game against Oklahoma in a 3-game series from April 10th to April 12th at home. The last time Texas played the Sooners was in the 2025 College World Series when the Longhorns eliminated the Sooners from contention.
Golf icon Tiger Woods is stepping away from the sport following a DUI arrest in Florida late last month. On March 27th, authorities say Woods clipped a trailer while attempting to pass a truck at high speed, causing his SUV to roll over. While Woods was unharmed, investigators cited signs of impairment at the scene, describing him as lethargic with bloodshot eyes. The 50-year-old now faces charges of DUI with property damage and refusal to submit to a lawful test. Woods has entered a plea of not guilty and put in a formal request for a jury trial, but confirmed this week he will not compete in the Masters as he seeks treatment to focus on his health.
The new Super Mario Galaxy movie barely came out this month and it's already breaking records. It is the highest global opening at the box office for 2026. The movie follows the same box office hit as the first Super Mario Bros., making it the second highest global opening for Illumination. The movie allows follows the Mario brothers as they venture into the galaxy to rescue Princess Rosalina. It's definitely a fun and action-filled movie for the whole family.
Speaking of new movie releases, A24's The Drama released in theaters Friday and has received varied feedback. The film is described as, quote, a happily engaged couple gets put to the test when an unexpected revelation sends their wedding week off the rails, end quote. Directed by the Norwegian director Kristoffer Borgli, The Drama is described by Baltimore Magazine as a, quote, psychological horror film masquerading as a rom-com, end quote. Starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson as the leads with Elena Heim and Mamadou Athi as the supporting leads, the film explores themes of trust, betrayal, self-identity, and power and social structures.
After the break, we're live with the Vice President of the Bevo Beekeeping Society. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It's officially Earth Month, which calls for a celebration of our planet and the environment.
At UT, a group of students are putting sustainability in action not just this month, but all year long. Here with us this morning is the Vice President of the Bevo Beekeeping Society, Caitlin Yasenda. Good morning, Caitlin.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah, okay. So to start off, you're part of a pretty unique organization. Not every college campus is home to a beekeeping society. What kind of work does your team do?
Yeah, we're a sustainability org, so we have 5 hives on campus, but we also host social events, sustainability events. We take care of 3 gardens on campus that are fully native Texas plants, and yeah, we do everything that an org does. Hold events, reach out to the public, all that good stuff.
Really cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Here on campus, Bevo manages their own beehives. What goes into taking care of your own bees in your own hives?
Yeah, so we have a couple of people who train throughout the year, and it's kind of an annual thing where they learn how to count the brood, check honey stores, and we do about weekly hive checks when it's a little bit warmer just to make sure that they're doing okay and that the population's up.
All right. That's really cool. I never even thought about all that. Raising awareness about pollinators is a big focus of our organization. Why do bees play such a big role in our ecosystem?
Yeah, bees, they are one of the strongest pollinators that we have in ecosystems, and like honeybees are good, but especially native bees who specialize with flowers and have those kind of energy feedbacks, they're really important in terms of keeping like flowering timing good, and then of course there's a whole like food web, so herbivores need the plants to survive, and then it cascades up from there.
Definitely. And April's Earth Month. What can Longhorns do to kind of make sure that we're living sustainable lives?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of habits that people can take personally, like thrift clothing, vote with your dollar, like buy stuff from sustainable organizations, maybe take a meatless day once a week, just little things that can help. But mostly supporting organizations who make efforts to reduce their pollution and reuse materials will be your best bet.
Okay, awesome. And how can people get involved with Bevo? Are there any events coming up or sooner to look out for?
Yeah, we have an Instagram, and this is where we post all of our public events. We also table roughly like weekly, so if you see us on Speedway, come say hi. We always have something going on during the month, and we love having people to join us.
Definitely. And Caitlin, you're studying environmental science. Why does this topic mean so much to you?
Yeah, I got really inspired, I guess, sophomore year of high school. You see like climate change happening and how that's affecting like ecosystems and people as well. And so just being able to study that and then eventually make my own difference once I graduate to help reduce the effects of climate change and decreasing biodiversity so that everybody can just live a better life.
And Bevo's also a place to meet others. Obviously, it's a student org, as you regularly host social events. And how would you describe that community in that org?
Oh my gosh, it is super inclusive. We pride ourselves in having people from every single school department, and so we just love the diversity. Everyone can find a friend there, and I feel like our events are especially tailored just for people to talk to one another. We are very social for being a sustainability org, and I think there's something really special in that.
Even when you have the like hats on and the suits on,
Yeah.
y'all can talk to each other.
Oh yeah, we always are talking about what the bees are doing and just making sure everyone's good in the hive, because I know some people get a little nervous around bees, but yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, how do you train people to like go into the hives and like check on the hives?
So we require people to attend one hive check a semester because we are a beekeeping organization, but if people are actually really interested in it, they can do as many hive checks as they actually want, and we have a training system for that where you need to do a certain amount of hive checks for one hive, because we do have 2 types of hives, and just kind of make your way through. But I mean, the current hive check lead that we have right now, she started freshman year, and so she's really been working her way up to it. So
Wow, that's so cool. So looking to the future, what goals do you have in mind for Bevo?
yeah, definitely not to push type of rhetoric that to plant more native plants using UT landscaping, because we do partner with them. Also, we are going to collab with them with the UT orchard that is finally going to be free due to construction. Also, just getting signage for all of our gardens. We want people to know that, hey, there's gardens here and we have these types of plants, and this is what benefits the ecosystem.
Definitely.
Right,
Thank you so much for being
awesome.
here. That's all we have for this morning, time-wise. Thank you, Caitlin, for coming on the show. You can stay updated on all the work Caitlin and her team do on Instagram at Bevo Beekeepers.
After the break, we're talking about all the ways we can keep our planet safe in honor of Earth Month. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. In honor of April, which most people I feel like don't know is also Earth Month, in addition to being Earth Day, on the 22nd, we have our very own McKenna Valentine on to tell us some ways to better our community right here in Austin. Good morning, McKenna. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm working through it, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm glad you mentioned Earth Month. I trust that you and Gabby are already mindful of how long your showers are, and you turn off your lights before bed.
I have some fairy lights in my room that I really can't get to.
They
when I'm in my
were
bed.
on this morning.
They were when she came to wake me up. So, I don't know, but I'm good about using a reusable water bottle.
Yeah, I appreciate that honesty. The good thing about Austin is that there are plenty of ways to get involved. My favorite initiative is Keep Austin Beautiful. It's a nonprofit dedicated to keeping Austin clean, green, and vibrant through various volunteering initiatives. In April specifically, they host Keep Austin Beautiful Day.
Okay, I was gonna say I've actually heard about that. Can you tell us more about like Keep Austin Beautiful specifically?
Yeah. So it's basically Keep Austin Beautiful is when thousands of volunteers gather on April 18th to clean up litter and restore outdoor spaces in Austin. In previous years, volunteers have cleaned up to 20 tons of trash.
Oh my god, that's crazy. 20 tons of trash?
Mm-hmm.
What? Holy crap. So what other Austin Earth Day resources are there?
Yes, so at Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center, they address threats to plant diversity and healthy native ecosystems by seed collection, seed banking, environmental restoration, and citizen scientist training. They'll be open on Earth Day, so maybe pay them a visit and do your part in conservation efforts.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
cool.
The Wildflower Center is so beautiful. Have you guys ever been?
No, I
I
haven't.
haven't been.
I've been once when I was like really little. There's photos of me in there. It's really pretty though. But yeah, and then I love learning about like Lady Bird and all that she did for everything.
She is the coolest. Well,
Yeah.
are there like a bunch of flowers there and everything?
Yes, and like there's a lot of bluebonnets, and it's
That's
you know, it's bluebonnet season.
Oh, I love it. That sounds really fun. And sometimes I feel like it's nice to take a break from Austin downtown city life and kind of get involved in nature. How can I give back to Lady Bird Johnson Center?
Yeah, so their website is a super helpful resource. They have a calendar with nearly daily events, as well as an ecologist school with extensive but digestive information on a variety of environmental topics.
Huh. Interesting. Have either of you guys ever looked at the website? I haven't.
I have. It's really cool. They're donation-wise, they're kind of donation-based, so you can pay like $10 to $15 to go on a bird walk. Like that's one of the things I
Oh,
saw, and
Interesting.
so that was really cool to me. Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy. Do you guys have anything else that you like give back to the earth with or anything?
Yeah.
Or
I try really hard to use a reusable water bottle.
Okay, wait,
I like it because it keeps my water cold. When those plastic water bottles are really bad for the earth, first of all, and they don't keep your water cold. They just like are room temperature and lukewarm, and that's kind of gross to drink. So I appreciate that about these metal reusable water bottles.
Wait, yeah, I love metal reusable waters. Mine's just over there.
I know,
not on it,
mine is
not on
literally right
camera,
there.
but I brought it. Trust.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
a good reusable water bottle. I also, my friend volunteers at Tree Folks, which is kind of like this Austin, Central Texas initiative where they kind of plant a lot of trees and they replenish greenery in Austin and then outside of Austin. And that's really cool. I know they're doing a bunch of stuff for Earth Month, Earth Day.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be a good way to give back. I kind of
Yeah.
want to get involved.
Absolutely.
I also this month, I mean, I don't know, I mean, this isn't, but I just like go and appreciate nature. So I like to go walk on around Lady Bird Lake. Like I did that this weekend. It was so beautiful, especially because it's so pretty outside. Well, I know it's about to rain, but it's been so nice outside this whole April. Anyway.
As soon as that rain clears up.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like there's a bunch of ways to get involved in Austin on Earth Day. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this Wednesday. But thank you, McKenna, for joining us this morning. I'm Shreya Vaidhyanathan.
And I'm Gabby Comer from our Good Morning Longhorns team. We'll see you back here next week. For Campus First News, you can follow us on Instagram at Good Morning Longhorns and check out our website at tstvnews.com.